Hey guys, how's it going? Pandemic vlog, COVID-19, the Hulk load, shake. So today I'm going to show you guys one of the perfect green smoothies you can make to keep your body strong, to build and maintain your immune system at its peak, and to keep your mind clear and focused on the tasks at hand during this pandemic. So, I'll take you guys over to the counter and I'll show you guys the ingredients I'm going to use for the Hulk Loader Shake. Let's get it. And just for the record, guys, when you are making this Hulk Load Shake, you're going to need a strong blender. I highly recommend the Vitamix if you can get one. They are not cheap, but they are of great quality. You could probably get away with a Magic Bullet or another high-powered blender, but this thing's going to do the job. So, yeah. Get a strong vitamin. Get a strong blender. That's all I can recommend. So I modified the ingredients a bit for the Hulk Loader Shake. It says to take on at least 3 stalks of celery. I decided to get 1 because, in all honesty, I'm a small person. I'm only 5'5", 5'6", and I'm about $1.40. So we will use 1 stalk of celery. I might not even use the whole stalk because that's going to be a lot to put down. So just so you know, I'm using 1 stalk of celery to my body weight because I'm only about $1.40 right now. I lost a lot of weight just with everything going on at this time. You will need 1 cucumber, a bunch of kale. So I ended up buying a bunch. I'm going to chop this up into a fine kale salad, and then we'll throw it in there. 4 cloves, garlic. You can modify this too. I think some people do at least 1 big clove. I don't mind going full force with the garlic just because of the fact that it's very good, and I eat garlic on the regular. So, I mean, a clove a day for me is nothing. Doing 3 to 4 in a day is good for me. I mean, I've got a good tolerance for it. So I'm throwing in 4 cloves. I'm going full force for this. In other versions of this Hulk Load Shake, people use just 1 button of garlic. You will need ginger. We'll cut off about a key fob size of ginger and we'll throw it in the shake. Some people just do about a thumb size. And then we'll also add in 1 apple. I chose Honey Crisps. They got a good taste to them. You can go with sweeter apples like Gala or Fuji. And we're going to use the whole apple for this shake. And I also got an extra one just because actually I haven't tried Honey Crisps before. So something new for me. But it's going to taste great in the shake. I just know it. For the first ingredient, I'm going to go ahead and add in at least a cup of water, or 8 ounces or so. So we'll go ahead and do that. We need something to help blend this puppy up. Roughly a little over a cup of water, so that's about as much as you want. So if you need to compare the size of the piece of ginger that you want to use in your shake, go ahead and do this. Key fob size. Done. Next, I'm going to go ahead and cut this up like so. This is just to help my blender along, guys. That way I can get these ingredients finely chopped up and it'll blend very smoothly with the water and everything mixed in. Next, we'll go ahead and chop up the garlic. Okay, we peeled it and we sliced it. So we'll go ahead and get that chemical reaction ready, especially when it gets whipped up and the allicin really starts to take into effect. The combination with the food, though, the greens might be a little bit different, and it might have a different effect. The allicin probably won't come forth. It usually happens when you mince it, dice it up very fine, and I've done that in some past videos you guys can watch on the channel, so feel free to look at those. Okay, next we'll go ahead and slice up the cucumber. Okay, so we sliced it. I'm going to go ahead and chop this up a little bit just to help the blender along. Went ahead and just made some cubes of cucumber, just like that. Okay, we'll go ahead and add that next. Let that sit in there. Ah, the great Honey Crisp apple. We'll go ahead and dice up this bad boy and we'll cut out the seeds. If you have an apple core, this will be your greatest ally in chopping up your whole apples. If I can do this one-handed. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I fixed it. And you just push it through like so. That should help you get out most of the seeds. Smooth and clean. As you can see, seedless. It's perfect. Now we'll go ahead and dice these up and we'll throw them in. This is how I decided to dice them up for the shake. Figured this will help the blender along, and we'll get everything chopped up and ready to go. We'll get these in the water now, and we'll get them soaking, hanging out in there with everybody. Next, we will go ahead and start on the celery. We'll strip it and chop it up. So I chopped off the end, and I went ahead and stripped off most of the stalk. I decided that I'm not going to use the whole stalk, but I did want to pull out the hearts, celery hearts right there, the center of it. Really good nutrition right there, fresh stuff. And I'm going to go ahead and chop this up because I'm running out of room in here. But I am using most of the stock, so I don't know how people get away with using 3 of these bad boys. It's crazy. So we're going to go ahead and chop this up next. Okay, so this is how I chopped up my celery. Figured some good squares would be, good small squares pieces would be good, and I'll let the blender do the rest, but we'll go ahead and throw this in there. All right, adding it in, we'll let it soak in the water, and sitting there with everybody else. Fuck. And last but not least, we will go ahead and chop up these 4. You want at least 4 leaves, I believe. So some people modify it on another recipe for the Joe Rogan Whole Clover Shake, and they get 4 big kale leaves, or they use a bunch of kale and chop it up into a fine kale salad, however much a bunch is. I'm not using the whole bunch that I got. I'm just using about 4 to 5, 6 big leaves. I know this just looks like a big mess, but this is about as finely chopped up as I'm going to do it. Got a stem and a leaf. Lemon greens. All right, so we'll add that. Just 1 handful at a time. Okay. I'm gonna have to start chopping this up. And ignition. Let's turn it up. Boom. Okay, now we got everything kind of chopped down. We'll go ahead and add everything else. Like so. All right. All right, guys, just make sure you got that lid on, and then go ahead and fire that blender all the way up to 10, and then hit it on high. Oh, yeah. And thrusters. Music to my ears. All right, and now we drink from our goblet. All right. Cheers, boys. Gotta get a better handle on it. It's very thick. I'm glad I added as much water as I needed to, though. All right, guys. This is how you do it. The Joe Rogan Whole Clover Shake. It's kind of a modified version, but this is it, baby. Get the nutrition in. If you haven't yet, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.